Hi, my name is Talha Parkar, and in this video I'll be showing you how you can conditionally format a pivot table. As you can see on the screen right now, I have created a simple pivot table where I have category and subcategory in my rows, and I have added the sales column to the values field, and the aggregation, which is a default, is sum of sales in this case. Now, if I want to highlight a specific set of values, right, by conditionally formatting them, for example, values greater than a specific amount, values lesser than a specific amount, or values between certain amounts, right, any sort of conditional formatting, how will I do that in a pivot table, right? This is a little different from how you would do it directly on your normal data, right? So please have a look at the example. So what I will do first is rather than selecting my entire column, I will click anywhere inside the column where I have the sales values. I will go to home, and in home I'll go to conditional formatting. In home I'll go to conditional formatting. In conditional formatting, for example, here, let's say in this case, I want to highlight values that are greater than a certain number. I want to highlight values that are greater than a certain number. And let us say in this case, the number that I want to choose is, let me just input the number again. So, right, that makes it 10 lakhs. And I want to I want to go ahead with the default coloring. Maybe I'll choose green fill with dark green text, and I press OK. And I press OK. Once I do that, it should allow me to apply conditional formatting. But right now, since I applied the conditional formatting only on this one cell, you will see the drop down. When I'm on that cell, you'll see this conditional formatting options available here. You can click on this. Right now it is applying the conditional formatting only on the selected cell. Now since the selected cell has a value of 1,69,000, which is not greater than 10 lakhs, so the cell is not being highlighted. What I can do now is I can decide to show or format all cells showing sum of sales values. When I click on that, you will see that all the cells where the value is greater than 10 lakh are getting highlighted. Now, a problem one of the participants had recently asked me in a training session was that how do I exclude the total row? Because generally the total row will be a summation of all the values. So in that case, you would not want to highlight the total row. How do you exclude that? You come back to this option again, the formatting options, as you can see, and choose the last option, all cells showing sum of values for subcategory, right? So only for the subcategory field, it'll show which is the second in hierarchy in rows. And once I choose the third option, you will see that this conditional formatting will be removed from the subtotals and the grand totals, and will only remain in rows where the subcategories are mentioned. So these four, these, and these. So I just have to choose the third option, and will only retain the conditional formatting for the rows of the subcategory field, excluded from the totals and the subtotals. So the process is fairly simple. You click on any one cell, apply conditional formatting, and then choose the formatting option that you want to do. Again, if I want to change the formatting, I do not have to select my entire table. I will only select that one cell, come back to conditional formatting. I can go to manage rules to edit an existing rule. For example, let's say I want to change the color, right, or change the criteria maybe, and let's say make it 13 lakhs, right, and I want to change the color to something different, maybe a slightly grayish color, maybe a little darker. And when I press OK and I click OK and I click apply and OK, you will see that the conditional formatting is now applied basis the new rule that I specified, which is greater than the value, which is greater than the amount. This is how you do the conditional formatting for a pivot table. Hope you learned something new in this example. A slightly different example based on a problem that a participant had asked me. Hence, I thought of recording the video. Thank you, and stay tuned for more content on this channel.